This is a video that I wish I had watched 13 years ago when I first got started in sync licensing. The concept I want to share with you in this video can absolutely set you free from a lot of the self-doubt that you might have been wrestling with the quality of your music, how you produce music, how you mix, how you master, what DAW you use, what plugins you're using. In any aspect of this thing that we're doing here with sync licensing, there's probably a feeling that you're dealing with, which is, I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. I'm not doing it like they do it. I'm not doing it like the professionals do it. I mix differently. I produce differently. I use different kinds of sounds. And I don't know if anybody's going to really like it. I am somebody that's been doing things the wrong way my entire life, essentially. When it comes to producing, mixing and mastering, playing guitar, everything that I do is not the quote unquote whatever the professional right way to do things is. It's just the way that works for me, right? And I guarantee you at some point in your process, however you produce, mix, or master tracks, you probably follow something that just works for you, even though people tell you, oh, don't do that, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you should always, or you should never, whatever these ridiculous rules are. You just kind of go, okay, that's a great rule. I can't work that way. I have to work this way. And this is one of those things that I wish I had more confidence in 13 years ago, because I'm going to show you guys right now. I do play guitar. I don't know if I ever shared that with you guys. But if you'll notice here, I play guitar the wrong way. So I'm actually left-handed, but when I was a kid, I learned how to play guitar, a right-handed guitar, left-handed. So I'm basically playing the guitar upside down. Reason is because we didn't have a left-handed guitar at home, so I wanted to play guitar. I had to figure out how to do it, and so I just figured it out. So all the chords are upside down. Everything basically is upside down. As a consequence of that, I never became a great solo performer, solo guitarist, because the strings to play solos are kind of a little further out of reach than if you were playing guitar the standard way, right? But, you know, my G looks like this. D. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys that because I have written hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs playing guitar the wrong way. I have produced tracks using the wrong plugins. I have done things the unorthodox way, and it doesn't matter at all. What matters is that when somebody hits play on my track, especially in the licensing business, their response is, yeah, this is good. This is exactly what we want. Perfect. They don't care that I played guitar upside down. They don't care that I used Logic built-in plugins and I wasn't using the expensive ones, right? They don't care that I used 3 plugins on my mastering chain as opposed to having 14, or sending my track out to a professional mastering session studio and getting my tracks professionally mastered. Nobody gives a crap about any of that because they don't know any of that. They have no idea how this track really got put together. All they know is they're going to click one button and hear this piece of music come through the speakers, and that piece of music is either going to be relevant, licensable, and high quality, or it's not going to be those things. And that's it. It's literally a binary reaction. That's all people are going to give you, either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And there are no areas for like, well, we like the track, but which DAW did you use? Because if you used Fruity Loops, probably can't work with you. We really need a professional producer that works with Pro Tools or Logic, right? It's stupid. I mean, it's so ridiculous even to say something like that. But I think a lot of us do get sort of caught up on these little tiny minute differences in how we approach music and how we create music. And this also goes to just how you craft your chord progressions and your leads and your drum beats and all that kind of stuff. Embrace the weirdness that you bring, right? Embrace the sort of strange thing that you do that gets your track to be as high quality as it is. I remember working with one vocalist early in my career. He had a, kind of a beat up old laptop computer, and I think he was using probably just Audacity or some other free program, and I would produce the track, he would put the vocals on top of it. When he delivered those vocals, they were the most beautifully produced, well mixed, well mastered, and great, awesomely performed vocals I had ever heard on my music ever. And he was working with basically nothing. I mean, he was working with just nothing, quote unquote, professional, right? Just the bare bones of what he could basically afford at that time. But the kid really knew how to pilot it. He really knew how to drive that technology and push it to its limits to actually get the best sound possible out of it. So that's really all that matters, is if you don't play guitar the way that the professionals play. Who cares? It's the way that you play, and that's great, and that's perfect. You don't need to change anything. If you don't produce the way that others produce, if you don't, stack your strings, or you stack your guitars, or you don't put the EQ plugin this way or that way, or you don't put these mastering plugins in a certain order, who cares? A/B compare everything, try a whole bunch of stuff out. Whatever works, keep it. Everything else, throw it out, right? That's really should be the approach on this entire thing. And try to, as much as you can, celebrate yourself, right? Celebrate the fact and honor the fact that you have a unique, interesting, maybe strange, different way of approaching your music. And that's a good thing. That actually is what's going to separate you from everybody else, right? Do you want to sound like you just put a bunch of loops together just like anybody else could? I hope not, because you really just will blend in with the crowd and have no discernible brand for yourself in this business. It's really great to just embrace your weirdness, embrace your unique approach, and like I was doing, play your guitar upside down. Whatever you do, upside down or wrong or backwards, just love that, embrace that, and dive into that, and really just own that. I think it's a really good thing to have moving forward, especially as we start this new year. So, all right, guys, hope you're having a fantastic new year and things are going well for you. I want to know, are you being more productive this year than you were last year already? Have you seen a change? I know some people are making resolutions. They're deciding they're going to take more time for their music and all that kind of stuff. We're obviously a week or two into the new year. So how are you feeling about the new year? Are you feeling more optimistic? Are you feeling inspired? Are you already defeated? Are you already burned out? Like you feel like you crashed and burned already too early in the year? I want to know how you guys are doing. So please leave me a comment below. I'd love to read it.